Okay, so welcome to this week's call to Dr. Joseph Ahrens' call, and it is what we're going to call Review Week. So we've got 4 amazing testimonials this week to talk about their experiences with products, and we are going to be looking at, in particular, how they've had their experience with 2 products and what the symptoms have been and what sort of support and assistance that they have noticed by taking these products. So, but firstly, I'd like to actually welcome Dr. Joseph Ahrens, our esteemed, he's a creator and the formulator of these products. So how are you today?
I'm doing really good. It's a hectic time down here in Florida. I was supposed to be back at my home in Bahamas, but here I am by accident. Glad to be here.
And we're happy to have you on board too, because, you know, the reality being there's not too many people or too many companies that have access to somebody like Dr. Joseph Ahrens. So to be able to have you here, we're very blessed and we're very grateful each week to be able to have you. So thank you so much. So Wrapshell, we might actually start with you if that's okay. This amazing lady, I know you're a super dynamic woman that I am just inspired by you because I watch all of you on Facebook, but I mean, I'm inspired by you because you really do look after yourself in the health and wellness industry space. So not only physically, but also with what you're doing with your diet. So how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks, Jackie. I look forward to this Zoom Thursday.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you on board here. So I know that you've been involved with the company and using the products. So without making any medical claims or anything at all, would you like to share with us what your experiences has been and what you've noticed and how it's supported and assisted your body since you've been using them?
Yes, well, hello everyone. It's so exciting. I'm so excited to see beautiful faces. I've been going through like, oh my God, Reels there. Like I get distracted, Jackie. But again, hello everyone. Happy Thursday. I get so excited when we get our hands into this amulin. So though I'm able to manage my weight, there's some internal issues too that I am aware that I have to look. It's not all about the weight loss, right? I mean, I hope everyone would understand here. Everyone who's watching right now or maybe on replay, it's not all about like, you know, if you lose weight, you're good to go. There's so many components within our body. It is critical, if not necessary, to pay attention to the insides of our body also. It's not just the outer appearance, right, Jackie? So to be honest, since last year, I know Siv is here. Since last year, after the lockdown, I believe it's around September of 2020, we always had monthly meeting in Las Vegas. I know I missed Dr. Joe last month. I'm so bummed. But yeah, we've been doing the monthly meeting in Las Vegas once a month. And in my personal journey, I've been using amulin. You know, I've been around with people when the country reopens, the hotels only allowed at least 48 people, right, Siv? But I know I never with amulin, I feel really good. And even like I've been all over the country with this pandemic. You know, people are so scared. I mean, the fear that we have that as a result, it creates stress into our bodies, and stress creates there's a lot of symptoms that resulted from stress and depression, right? And to be honest, Jackie, like I made it a point to do physical exercise as well. So yesterday, I've been lifting really heavy weights, and I feel really sore with my tiny body. I was lifting like 50, 70 pounds, and last night I could barely move. And then I realized this morning, oh my God, I have amulin. Why am I not taking it? And I woke up this morning, I could barely move, like I'm so sore. So I just, you know, shove in 3 capsules of our amulin, and I was listening to my body. I had no intention of working out today. I said, I worked out really hard yesterday. I'm so sore. I feel beat up. So I will chill. I will relax today. But I took 3 capsules of Emulin this morning, and oh my goodness, what a change. I feel brand new again. So I work out again this afternoon. So guys, it's not about just losing weight. There's a lot of um it, to be honest, it makes me happy with the Emulin too. And one thing I want to share with everyone here, it's it's good when we have a product that delivers incredible results. I have really, really good friends that I've been courting for years that I want them to try the Amylin really bad because they have health issues. Like these are good friends. You know, when you have good friends, you want them to feel good, you want them to be happy, right? As a friend. And you know, a lot of people, they are not receptive with what we have. They thought like, oh my God, they're just gonna make money out from me. So I'm the type of person that I nurture. I don't shove the products, you know, sell, sell, sell. So I give them time. But you know what I've been doing? I keep in touch with them. Although once a week, I check them. How are you feeling today? And the thing that I've heard is I'm miserable, I'm tired. And then, you know, after a while, you learn that they have, you know, with no medical claims, they have other underlying health issues. Like, for example, they have elevated blood sugar. And you know, when a person has elevated blood sugar, they feel horrible, right? And I was like, for years with this good friend of mine for I know 10 years, I've been wanting her to try Amylin. And finally I said, if I send you a bottle of Amylin, will you try it for me? It's on me, it's free. And she said like, okay, send it to me. And I get so excited because finally she said yes. Because I've been like trying for years. The moment that we had that Amylin in our company, I've tried so hard. And this has been like last month. And she's going on 2 months this month. And it's not even like, it's just barely 5 weeks. And she said like last week, she texted me. She said, Rap, please send me Amylin. I'm running low. She's on her 3rd bottle. I mean, like, oh my gracious, like for years, I tried so hard for her to try. And now she's like, I need to have Amylin. I'm running low. And, you know, that makes me feel so excited when someone close to you, like really wanted the Amylin. And, you know, I mean, like, that's just one. And I have another one because with Amylin, we don't see the results right away. You know, we have the coffee products that we experience immediate results. So it's so different. So with Amylin, it takes time for a person to experience the benefits of this product. So another distributor of mine, she's on and off, you know, with the coffee. She's a distributor, and then she stopped, and then and you know, I just like, of course, again, with elevated blood sugar, you're always tired, right? And I said, you need to try the Amylin. I added them on Dr. Ahrens' page. I sent them all links, all testimonials, but still people are not receptive right away, right? It takes time. But finally, when we had it on sale, she tried it. And then guess what? The other day, she texted me at like in the evening, says, Rap, can you send me a bottle of Amylin because I need it? I'm really low. I cannot afford to run out of Amylin. And that makes me so happy, like knowing that these people, yeah, it took me forever, like years, not just months, years to convince to try this, because there's like, it helps you with our underlying issues here. There's things that we don't see with our naked eyes, but with this Amylin is pretty, pretty impressive, Dr. Ahrens. And thank you so much for bringing this. I know with constant, you know, share, we just have to open our mouth and share it to people because they will feel our sincerity. It's not just for us to sell. I mean, I want my family and friends to experience the benefits of Amylin. So that's why I offer, like, if you will try this product, can I send you a bottle? And once they said yes, I'll send them a bottle. And you know, that's my Christmas gift for them.
So Wrapshell, what I'm gathering from you, and I'm going to get Dr. Ahrens, so thank you so much for sharing that, because from seeing you and watching you, like you're extremely active, like you're in the gym, like you're working out all the time, but I'm going to get Dr. Ahrens to comment on this because it's what I'm gathering from, it's the recovery. It's your recovery time that you're getting back, that, you know, you're able to back up each day, and you're not just lifting little, like big weight, little weight, sorry, you're a little person and you're doing phenomenal things in that gym, and I see it. So when I listen to you, we're talking about recovery. So Dr. Ahrens, have you got anything that you'd like to add to what this testimonial is specifically for Wrapshell?
Yes, well, thank you very much. That was really a great sharing point there. And I'm really glad that you continued, because that's why we're working with Valentis to share stories. And you can't just put this on a shelf and people not know what it is. You shared the story. Thank you very much. Well, we keep saying that insulin helps you manage blood sugar, and it helps your body manage your immune system. What in the world does that have to do with her working out and feeling better? Because immune system, people think, oh, that's about viruses and bacteria and poisons. No, it's your wound healing system. And so actually when you work out, you have little micro tears in your body, and that in combination with the buildup of lactic acid causes that stiffness, that soreness. Well, you manage your immune system and your body much more rapidly, actually how it should be doing all along, gets those chemicals in your body, those natural chemicals, to go out and repair itself. And that's really, people do know that, and notice that especially if they're in the sports, amateurs or professionals, their recovery is much quicker. And also on top of that, like you said, that your underlying health, that also supports recovery and resistance to things such as viruses and bacteria. Good job.
Thanks, Doc.
Certainly a great testimonial. So thank you so much, Wrapshell. So I might actually get, where are we, Siv, are you online?
Yes, Amir, can you hear me okay?
Certainly can, and we can see you. So how are you, my friend?
I am doing great. I'm excited, just celebrated my son's birthday yesterday. He's 12, and I'm also a grandpa, you know, so that's also another exciting thing. So,
Sorry, you're a grandfather?
I am a grandfather now. Yes, got a
Wow.
23-year-old mom now.
Congratulations. This man has 8 children, Dr. Ahrens. No TV in his house.
Yeah, I listened to my mentor, and he said, hey, you know, throw out the TV and, you know, stay focused in life. And we made our own TV.
Yeah, well, listen, look, I'm really so excited because I know you've got a really great testimonial to share with us. And again, we're looking at symptoms and the benefits and how it's assisted and supported you. So if you would like to share with us, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, thanks for reaching out and allowing me to share, you know, just really my personal testimony in regards to what Emily's done for me. When I think it was like 2018, right? When we first launched Emily to Valentis, I remember sitting in the room with everybody in Las Vegas, and I heard all these testimonies of all these incredible people from different age groups, different walks of life. And I thought to myself, like, man, this has got to be some incredible stuff. And I started to do my own research and to find out, like, you know, who would have thought that this vitamin-like compound is something that we all need, right? And Dr. Aaron just talked about it. He said, you know, it really helps you kind of reset, and it helps your body do what it's supposed to do, you know? And so I said, you know, I'm not just going to give it a shot. I'm going to take it. I'm commit to it. And, you know, I've been battling from just dry, itchy skin for most of my life, right? And tried several different things, and, you know, steroid creams, even the pills, which work, but the side effects was crazy. I feel sluggish. I would like wake up the next morning feeling tired. It was a bad deal. And so with Emulin, I didn't take Emulin because I wanted to, you know, get rid of my dry, itchy skin, but that was a side effect of it, because my sister actually mentioned it to me. Right, you can actually see scars in my leg region because of how bad it was. You know, growing up, it just like I couldn't fight the itch. You know what I mean? And it was so bad. But now I I don't experience that anymore, you know, and it's because of after taking Imulan, you know, and I can't think of anything else. And, you know, and I'm just like so grateful that Imulan was introduced to me and I was given the opportunity to just take it. And I can't see myself not taking it ever, because this is something that for what, 20 something years of my life that I've been fighting with, you know. And again, this is my personal testimony. And it's just, you know, I give it to my kids because they have the same issue. And it's like I'm almost kind of speechless, right? When you come to think of it, right? Because when you reached out to me and said, hey, Siv, can you share your personal testimony? At first I thought, well, it's not really a big deal. And then I see the impacts on what it's done for me personally, the impacts on what it's done for my family. I'm like, wow, it is a big deal. So thanks for allowing me to share.
It is a big deal too, Siv, and thank you for sharing. But I want to hand it over to Dr. Ahrens if you'd like to make some comments on that, please.
Well, that's a really great testimony there. I really appreciate you sharing that. And, you know, there's a saying in the U.S. Armed Forces, says U.S. Army, be all you can be. And really, that's what Imulan is doing to your body. It's allowing it to do what it needs to do for different reasons. We have things that happen to us. You know, we break bones and we exercise and get sore and we have dry and scaly skin. It could be internal or external issues. But the point is, your body needs these vitamin-like compounds in order to perform at its best. And in your case, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things that you've probably noticed, that's the most prominent one to you. But it's just like, it's doing two things there in particular. It's calming down your immune system because your nerves are a little bit on fire. That's what's happening there. And then your body is responding to that. And it's not that you just don't make enough oil. That's not it. You're actually having a type of an autoimmune response, and your immune system needs to be regulated or these things happen. So in that case, that has gone away significantly. And also, not only to go away, but it healing itself and rebuilding good, it rejuvenate the skin. That's also part of the immune system, the rebuilding, the wound healing. You could go on and on, but you know, take Imulan. Everyone needs them. I'm glad to see you give it to your kids. Basically, break it down, 1 capsule for every 100 pounds. So if you got a 100-pound kid, give them 1 capsule. If it's a 50-pound kid, half a capsule. I appreciate that testimony.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, it was certainly very interesting and really pleasing too, Siv. So thank you so much for sharing, and to hear you that you should give it to your children makes me very happy. I must say that. So Pal, you're on the screen and I can see you forefront and center. So we might bring you on board, my friend. Like this man is a dynamic man. He's all over the place. He's like an Energizer bunny. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your testimonial, Pal. So I'll let you share away.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Coming at you today is thank you, Jackie, for being a special guest to do the testimonial on Imulan. See, I always think, you know, every time the word Imulan and I compare to Imulan, so I have to take Imulan because I don't have to get on Imulan. You know what I mean? By the way, because I took every day, at least I take about 4 to 5 capsule a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and sometimes 3 at night, because I take it daily. It helps because I got lower back pain due to what I do. You know, I'm a FedEx ground contractor. Sometimes I drive and deliver, jump up and down from the truck. And it gave me a lot of energy. Compare the first day I start Valentis, is like, it has been like about almost 2 years. And my performance on energy wise using this product, I tell you, nothing can beat it, because the day without Imulan, I'm always afraid to get on Imulan. You know, that's my back pain, my inflammation. I can feel it. If the day I never miss, I can feel the lower pain, the inflammation. You know, when when people have a feeling like the back pain, you just feel like something ticking. And when I take the Emulan, you know, it just eats away. My blood flow is just phenomenon. That's the performance of the energy wise and the health wise. I'm always active. You know that I'm full with energetic and full with energy. What I'm telling you, you know, this product I've been suggest to a lot of to my employee and a lot of them use and on my team as well, because this product is the best of the best. I cannot live without this. I tell you, if the day I don't take this, I feel like I don't have any shield in my body, because I this is the best supplement I ever take, because I always take care of my health. My health is my wealth. Emulan, that's only number one for me. I take a lot of product, but Emulan, I never miss. I take at least 2 bottles a month. My family, we 3 in the family, we take at least 5 or 6 bottles a month. I mean, my son, he take it too. He's okay. He's only 11. He take Emulan. I tell him, you don't want to take Emulan, Emulan gonna come get you. You know. That's my take, Dr. Joe. Best of the best.
So
You
Dr.
know that.
Ahrens,
Well,
Dr. Ahrens, Pal actually lives in Texas, so he's always in the heat all the time as well. So it's really interesting to hear what your experience has been with it, Pal. So I'll let Dr. Ahrens put his thoughts towards that.
well, I really thank you for those terrible, horrible jokes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And no Emlyn, you get the ambulance. Okay.
There you go.
Well, listen, you know, Emlyn sometimes you think it's a pain reliever. It appears to be a pain reliever. It appears to be an anti-inflammatory, you know, just like Tylenol or something. Well, it is an anti-inflammatory, but it works in an entirely different system. What Emlyn is doing is several things. First of all, you get increased blood flow because it's known that Emlyn increases capillary function. So you get better blood flow, which means you get better oxygen into all of your joints. Secondly, it's also known that these flavonoids can help to rebuild the cartilage in joints. We used to think you couldn't do that, but it's been shown now that it will, at the very least, it will stop it from getting deteriorating further. Also, calms down that inflammation. Inflammation will cause the swelling and then puts more pressure on your joints. And then the other thing is it helps better nerve function. So you get jammed up, and man, I tell you, I know what bad back pain is like. Good night. Before I invented Emlyn, and I had some really bad I got stuck one time in downtown Greensboro, North Carolina. I was walking down the sidewalk and I did something because I had an underlying problem. I couldn't move. I was stuck like a statue on the sidewalk, and I had to call my wife by cell phone to come get me. I was really embarrassed. The pain was excruciating. So I know what's going on here, but so it's just we could sell Emlyn and just call it joint health, you know, and we could sell it all by itself. Joint health, it's another product, but actually it's just putting your body where it needs to be, and your body is taking care of itself. I really appreciate that testimony.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. You are the best. I don't care what other people say.
I don't want to care either.
We won't ask. So we go across to Mark, our KISS coach, and I'm really looking forward to your testimonial, Mark, because I know you've got a nursing background, and so I'm just going to let you share away because I know you've got an amazing testimonial, my friend.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. I tell my story one way. And so if you all need to bleep out anything that I say, you just use your little bleeper thing, because I'm gonna tell you something. This Emlyn, Dr. Joe, really saved my life. A quick history on myself. I have a history of back pain, degenerative disc disease is my official diagnosis. So it's my diagnosis. I guess I can say that. And I've got a plate holding, between C6 and C7, where they cut you right here. And they told me later on in life, you're probably going to have to have lower back surgery, right? Normally that's what happens. And that's exactly what happened. Back in 2019, this last quarter of 2019, guys, it finally happened. the pain hit, the vertebrae collapsed, and it was excruciating pain going down my right leg, my groin area, behind my knee. It was unbelievable. And I couldn't walk. And you guys know how active I am. I could not walk. It literally took me 10 to 15 minutes to walk from the front porch to the car. I was actually using, guys, can you imagine me on an old-fashioned walker? This was the walker that I was using when I would go downtown, get out of the car, parking in handicapped spots. And I called my doctor. I mean, I was on the Percocets, the muscle relaxants, the extra strength Tylenol, and any other kind of opioid I could get my hand on. I'm just being honest. That's how bad the pain was. But I had just ordered my Imulin, and I heard all the testimonials. And guys, I was on that stuff when my Imulin was in my mailbox. I grabbed it, and I was only taking about 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. And then I heard some other testimonials that was like, it's not going to hurt you. Take more than that, right? I was listening to Dr. G. So I started taking 8 of them every single morning. I mean, what we call in nursing a loading dose, right? I loaded dose, Dr. Joe. And I kid you not, guys, within 7 days, I went from walking with a walker to walking with a cane. I got off of the opioids, off of the Tylenol. 7 days after that, I was walking without a limp and without the cane. Dr. Joe, within 21 days, I was back jogging and walking again. It blew me away. And I was without it one time. One time I let it run out, and I learned my lesson. Don't let your Imulin run out. And it truly changed my life. And I told another nurse friend about it because he has a similar condition to me. He's been nursing for like 30 years. And he says, Mark, I know you're a salesman. You just kind of pump it up. I know it can't do all that. I said, just try it. He tried it. And he called me about a week later on the phone, literally screaming, talking about how he can walk 2 miles now with no pain. He told another nursing friend about it who was 70 years old. Same thing happened. She called him about 2 weeks later. I'm walking around without my walking chair, or wheelchair, without my cane. I mean, it was like a chain reaction with the Imulin. The lady bought a whole builder pack of Imulin. Dr. Joe, this has been a lifesaver. By the way, my doctor is still wondering where I am because they were already scheduling my lower back surgery. They had already done the x-rays, everything, and I have not been back since because of this. And that's my testimonial.
Wow. That's a testimony. And all these testimonies are great. I'm reminded that there was a lady when we first introduced this product to the world. She was like you. She was in a walk. She's in a wheelchair, and she got on the ambulance, and she was actually at a conference we had. I think it might have been Las Vegas, and she was coming out of the bathroom, and she had realized, well, where's my wheelchair? She had forgotten her wheelchair because she just didn't even think about it. Because she by habit was in her wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? And so she took that Imulin, and then she had to go to the bathroom, and she got in there and went into the stall, and then just didn't think. She walked out and said, well, I forgot my wheelchair.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's those drugs, I am thankful for drugs. Let me say that first of all. I am not an anti-drug person. They absolutely have their place. But MDs, there's a medical doctor. So, I mean, if you just have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So drugs are not always, my own relative, same thing. I had knee surgery and stopped it. And the doctors met the surgeon say, well, how did that happen? Guys, get the word out, because this is why I do this. If I wanted to make a lot of money, I would have been a computer science engineer or something. So I want to get the word out. We need to share this with everyone. And I appreciate that testimony so much.
So, what a morning. A morning for me on this side of the pond down in Australia. But I really do want to thank Wrapshell. I want to thank Siv, and also thank Pal, and also Mark as well. And of course, our very own Dr. Joseph Ahrens for these reviews or testimonials. And I just want to say this, that they are their personal stories and their personal journeys. So there's no claims being made here. They're just their own personal experiences on how this product has been able to support and assist their bodies. So wow, that's all I can say. And I have to say, wow, when it comes to yours, Mark, when you visually see somebody with a walking frame, for you to hold that up and know that that's where you were at and where you're at now. Oh my goodness. And I look at Wrapshell like you're a pocket rocket in that gym, because I just look at it and I think, oh my goodness, and to be able to back up every day because you've got the support and assistance there. Siv, being able to have the benefits of not experiencing those skin conditions and having the benefit of the support there as well. And then we look at Pal, like your job is such a, it's a physical job with what you do. So to be able to have that assistance there as well has been life-changing for all of you. So Dr. Ahrens, do you want to say anything to these 4 amazing people before we finish today?
Well, what I want to say is people like you, that I express my appreciation, because this is how we're going to get the word out. I appreciate you willing to come on here and share your story. And, you know, this recording will be on the online soon, and share this with people. You know, share it. It's just straightforward. There's nothing here that's illegal. There's no, we do not cure any disease at all. The body needs flavonoids. It's flavonoid deficiency syndrome when you don't have enough flavonoids in your body. And the result is your body is not supported enough. And then we have these conditions show up. Now, they probably started from injuries or something, but your body heals itself and knows how to heal itself. And Emlyn is the supporter of your body, supports good blood sugar levels, and it supports your immune system. Go.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ahrens, and thank you again, Wrapshell, Siv, Pal, and also Mark. We do appreciate you, but I also want to extend my gratitude and thanks to each and every one of you that have joined us today to take your time out of your day to join us. And for those that watch this recording afterwards, please share it, because the power is in sharing what this amazing product can do for people in supporting and assisting them. So again, thank you so much. My name's Jackie Boyle, and I do thank Dr. Joseph Ahrens for being the creator behind this amazing product that is changing lives globally. So hope you have a great evening, hope you have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.